morning. It is 6:18 on April 18th, 2025, and it's Friday, which is awesome. Um, Hi, I'm Beth, and I'm at work. This is my box. um, it's way early in the morning. They changed up things, so now a manager is going to be in what's called the return booth, which is all well and good, but that means they can see what I'm doing more, so I have to pay attention. I'm sorry, I should have wiped off my coconut oil first. Anyway, today is the Good Friday before Easter, so it gets me to thinking, these Christian folks out there who voted for the dumpy Cheaty Meister, they've got a delusion in their head like everybody can be saved. And that's true if they're looking to be saved. If they're looking for forgiveness and all the horrible things that they do. If they go through penance to try and redeem themselves like they're supposed to do, to right the wrongs that they did. So, as a background, they should understand that this psycho lunatic that is in the office right now will never, never try and go for penance. He will never accept the fact that he was wrong. He will never try and redeem himself by doing honorable things. So your delusion, dear Christians, in thinking this man is anything but vile, shows that you are willing to believe in anything because you are so desperate for the resurrection of Christ to come along. That's the only thing that I can think that would lead you astray so badly, is that you are desperate for this resurrected Jesus to come back to life. And the sad part is, well, there's a whole lot of sad parts to the whole thing, but from my interpretation of what the good book says, Jesus said to look into yourselves, to find the Christ within, to find the kingdom of God within yourself. So you're already doing wrong by seeing this guy as your salvation, because he doesn't salvate anything other than a Big Mac or money. That's it. He is a very shallow being who's very loud. And maybe that's what it is, the fact that he's so freaking loud and repetitive. That's why you think it's okay. Or maybe because you've been watching Fox News so much that you think that this foreign-led company who's been drilling propaganda into your brain pan is correct. And they're not. No, they're so not. So it just, in this holiday season of the resurrection of Jesus, you need, look at me spilling coffee. You need to resurrect the Jesus within yourself and realize that this man is morally corrupt. You voted for a man that's closer to the Antichrist than he is to the Christ, because he does not believe in anything that you hold dear to your heart. He does not believe in the morals. He does not believe in the 10 Commandments. And if you watch him carefully enough, you will discover that he does things to mock you, and you don't even see it. He does these things to mock you, and you just lap it up and say, please, sir, can I have some more? One of the things that, the Christ taught you is to be good to your neighbors. So here you people are letting the Constitution get violated in one form or another, just so that you can support this lunatic cheater, because that's what he is. That's who he has always been. And if you don't recognize that that's who he is and who he will always be, because he's 80 years old, there ain't no changing his spots now. You know what I'm saying? He's been groomed by Putin. You know, the guy over in Russia, the authoritarian thug over in Russia. Yeah, he is kind of like a Reagan in the fact that he was an actor and he knows how to say his lines and he knows how to give the feeling that this is how you should think type of thing. But you have to understand, this senile old grandpa man is living a fantasy in the position that he's in now. He wants to recreate a type of Hollywood script scenario that we all have to live in our regular lives because nobody would hold him accountable. He didn't go to jail like he should have for breaking all these laws that those were the ones he did break, and now he's breaking a whole bunch of new ones, okay? So because y'all didn't hold him accountable and put his slack ass in jail, the rest of humanity is in a jail type situation because we have to deal with him on a regular basis when we shouldn't have to deal with him at all. He should be paying his penance by being in jail. So instead, y'all are all of you Macedonians who are all butthurt about saying, oh, this isn't right. All you were doing was repeating the propaganda that Putin put out there because Putin wants to destroy America. The only way he can destroy America is from within. So he made all you Macedonians get these thoughts in your head because it was repeated on repeat, on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. So now you say it like it's true, but it's still not true. No matter how many times it is repeated, it is not true. Okay? This is the weekend of the resurrection of Christ. So you need to resurrect the Christ within you to see that what this man is doing is wrong. That's not what the Christ taught you. The first Christ, okay? He even said, seek and ye shall find. Y'all aren't seeking. Y'all are just sitting there listening to somebody else preach to you, but you're not going within yourself to see what is right and what is wrong. Every human is going to make mistakes. Every human is fallible. Is that how you say it? Basically makes mistakes and is never going to be perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect human. We're all living vessels trying to figure shit out. But it is more important for us to hold this man accountable than it is to judge somebody because they have fake nails or because they have eyelashes or because they're a bleach blonde butch body bitch. I mean, that part's funny, and I like that part because it's so true, because she's such a liar. Oh my God, she's a con artist liar. And do you realize that she's a millionaire because she's in position now? She gained money being in Congress because the scheme of the payoffs in the background is going all over the place. And there's people with the Project 2025 that are the wealthy people. And why do they want others to break the law and make such commotions? So they can get their tax cuts. Because I told you before, being a billionaire just means you want more billions. It doesn't mean that you're rich enough to, try and do something good for the world. No, it means that you need more billions because your billion is not enough billion. So you have Marjorie Taylor Greene that's in office that had basically $400,000 in her bank account before she became a representative in Congress. And now she's a millionaire? We don't pay these congressmen enough for her to equate being a millionaire now. That shows that she's been getting paid off under the scenes, behind the scenes. situation. And that's what's wrong with a lot of these congressmen and senators, is they're getting paid off by these people who want influence in our political system so that they can get things done for them so that they can get more money. It's a whole thing that's been going on for years. This is not the first time, but it is something that needs to be corrected. And I have a customer, so hold on. Yeah, we're going to be a little busy today because it's Easter weekend, so people are doing things. Imagine that. I figured out how to fix my numbers in the system, but it's still not. I still have to go through a lot of effort just to get to the one thing that I need in order to be more successful at my job. So when our manager comes back, I'll let him know. It's not a dire thing. It's just an inconvenience, so to say. Anyway, yeah, so people who believe in Jesus, you would think that they would see through all this bullshit, but they don't. And that's so sad because their heart is in the right place, wanting to have justice and wanting to have the Jesus come back so that they can, understand him better, because they think having him here would help them learn things. But no, that's not what he was here trying to teach, or her, because I still think it's not a he, I think it's a her. And y'all are all upset about your pronouns, so good God, you won't even consider the concept of the fact that it was said wrong. Because who was in charge? It was an emperor from Rome who was in charge of the information that got out into the world. So, just like you can't trust Dumpy and all of his twisting of saying shit one way and then twisting it another way, like with the gentleman that's down in El Salvador right now, okay? To the media, our corrupt booby DOJ Bondi, she is nothing but a bubblehead. She says to the media that the gentleman down in El Salvador that we sent there with our tax money, yeah, that's why y'all aren't thinking. Some of y'all are thinking it. Some of y'all are finally getting it. Our tax dollars are paying the president of El Salvador to keep this man in prison. So that means your tax money, my tax money, is going to pay the El Salvadorian president money, millions of money, to keep this one man in jail. All because Dumpy wants to make this a hill to die on for himself. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. I don't want to know, really, because I don't want to delve that close into him. But anyway, I got off track and then I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry. Basically, there is no one coming to save you. And regardless of all the evil, twisted shit that you do to try and cause a crisis out in the world because of your twisted belief system, no one is coming to save you. That is what the Christ tried to tell you, is that you got to save yourself by learning what he was trying to lay down, what he was trying to teach. But no, you don't want to learn how to be more like him. You just want somebody to come along and fix everything for you. It's not like that. Life never works like that. So you need to get over yourself on that one. You need to learn for yourself. Remember the lessons that he taught, especially on this Easter weekend. Do unto others as you would have done to you. So by allowing this gentleman to be down in the El Salvadorian prison and paying the president of El Salvador off so that he remains down there, that goes against the Constitution. I got a customer. So yeah, like just with that customer right there, The way I treat my customers is one of the old school rules: do unto others as you would have done to you. And a good 90% appreciate that from me. So when I see them sitting in their car, I can look and see, okay, is this a newbie? A guy who's never done this before, or he doesn't do it frequent enough, or whatever. But I approach them with kindness and saying, hey, how you doing? You know, that kind of thing. Yes, I'm still doing my job and the duties that I'm supposed to do, but you can do it with friendliness. And what that does is, this gentleman was glad that I was nice to him, and he's just full of compliments for me because I treated him with respect and kindness. And that's all you really have to do. It's not that you have to hand every person you ever meet $100 or $1,000. That actually lessens it for you, because then it's a false equivalency of your humanity. Yes, money does help. Do not get me wrong with that. Yes, people would appreciate that. But if you can just be a kind individual to another individual, that goes longer and further than $100 or $1,000 would. You see what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is you're recognizing this human that is having a human experience just like you, and you're recognizing them in a positive manner. So then they feel better and they go out, and then they're positive, hopefully, to other people that they come across. And it helps to spread the positivity. This asshole that cheated to get into the presidency, he doesn't do that. He spreads hate and animosity because he wants people to be in fear. Fear is a very powerful emotion. It's a very powerful tool to control the masses. Well, apparently he hasn't really met Americans. He doesn't understand what Americans are like. For all this time in America, people have enjoyed their individuality and their independence in their individuality. Granted, some of us have experienced it lesser than others. For instance, the black folk, they haven't really been Americans until, what was it, 1871, something like that? That's when they became Americans and not considered three-fifths, not three-fourths, but three-fifths of a human, which is even less than three-fourths. It's just, I don't understand that philosophy. I mean, I can get it from a business perspective and how they thought like businessmen and trying to turn a profit and such as that. But as far as being human and their humanity, it's like, where the fuck to go at that time? Anyway, there is no one coming to save you. There is no Christ that's going to suddenly appear out of the clear blue sky. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. You have it wrong. And that's part of the problem. You've been going off of a premise that is wrong, and it has led to so many problems in our country at this moment. Save yourselves. Find the Christ within yourself. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to find the Christ within yourself. You're not supposed to have somebody else try and tell you how you should think or feel. Even me, don't listen to me and what I say. Find it within yourself. It's a self journey. It's exhausting, people. Y'all are exhausting. This man is abusing the Constitution, and you're just sitting back and like, oh, well, he'll smarten up. He'll smarten up. You have somebody like Lisa Murkowski who'll sit there and say, yeah, I'm scared, and everybody's scared. But fuck you. This is the Constitution. You took the job. So if you took the job, do your job. Hold him accountable. That's your job, is to be a check on his unbalancedness. And you also have to understand that this guy is delusional. He's a grandpa figure, okay? He's delusional, and he's trying to create this media movie type situation because Hollywood never accepted him because he's such an asshole. There's only so much Hollywood will take, and they couldn't take him because he's an asshole. Okay? So now he's trying to do producer type things to create this illusion of what's going on. And he's wrong. That's not what America is. America will fight that shit because fuck you. Anyway, I've done my 20 minutes for today. I am going to the march tomorrow. Everything's been taken care of as far as taking a day off from work and such. So, yeah. Anyway, take care of yourselves, people, because that's all we got. Peace and love out to you, all right? Take care of yourself.